I'm Steph, dressage rider and trainer, and today, in association with Carr Martin, I'm here to talk to you about leg yield. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little easy exercise of how to start teaching the horse how to do the leg yield. So I'm going to come and walk, and I'm basically going to pick a start point, which is here at the three-quarter line, and I'm just going to ride a straight line to that letter E. So I'm not doing leg yield, I'm riding a straight line because I want to check that I can actually control both sides of the horse. So when I start to push him one way or another, then things are going to maybe start to go wrong. So I have to make sure I can basically ride the route. When you do the leg yield, most of the time it'll be from the three-quarter line back to the side. Once you get more advanced, you can do it from the side back to the centre. But here I want to make sure that I turn, that on the turn the horse is equal between my legs and my reins. And here on this line here, he's really stays straight, forwards, and he doesn't feel the need to fall back to the track. Okay, so he knows where he's going, hopefully. And then I'm going to try and make it into walk leg yield now. So it's the same line, exactly the same line, from here to here. But when I want him to cross, if I take his head, neck and shoulders to the right, but keep his body moving on the same line, very quickly I get a leg yield. And I can use my inside aids to soften him and push him over, and my outside aids to kind of work him into them and to prevent him falling back to the too quickly. So because he's actually quite well trained, he understands that he can go sideways very quickly. So my main aim is to make sure that it's totally regular, that there's no loss of balance. So I'm moving forwards on the line. See, there's not much bend. I've got a softening here on this inside rein. So I'm going to go back to K. So actually my outside rein here is the one that says, oh, you're going through the shoulder, now walk straight a bit. Okay, now back to my exercise. Good boy. But now can I go straight? For me, if you can't instantly go straight, that actually means you never had control of the outside shoulder. And if you don't have the outside shoulder under control in a leg yield, so here I'm going to be a bit naughty and let go of the outside rein. See, very quickly I get bend, and then I get, oh, it feels like that. And that means it's not correct. Correct leg yield actually feels quite smooth and steady because it should only really feel the same as the trot. You know, it shouldn't feel any different. It shouldn't feel wobbly and bumpy. And what we can see here is that actually Polo's put his quarters a little bit to the fence, and so he's no longer parallel, his body's no longer parallel and straight, so that would be incorrect because the legs can't cross. So you can see the horse's legs are clearly starting to cross over, and he was parallel, made a little mistake which she's corrected him. Little mistake again there. It doesn't matter because in walk it's quite difficult to keep them straight because they've got more time to get away from you. It's quite hard, it's easier in a faster pace. What we're trying to see is if the horse stays parallel. Okay, and here she's got a little bit too much neck bend and he's falling a little bit back to the side. So she starts her leg yield. Looks nice and correct, the horse is fairly parallel. It's a little bit tipped in the head, but I thought the rhythm stayed nice and he stayed forwards. Okay, so we can see some really nice crossing here. I can see the horse is fairly parallel. I'd like to see the top of his neck, just behind his ears, it's a little bit straighter. Just because, although he's quite obedient, does it very nicely, if there was a problem, that's where you've already lost the connection. In from leg yield to the right. So at the beginning, slightly quarters leading, but really kept the rhythm very nicely. I mean, the main thing is that when you do the movement, it should enhance the horse's way of going and not make it any worse. So if you were losing impulsion, then actually the first thing you must correct is impulsion. So if they slow down, you must encourage them forwards again, stop riding the movement and ride more forwards. And then go back into it. A really nice flow.